Right, there's the coffee table. That's all the woodwork, virtually, except for a panel in the middle which supports not the slate top, because this table has a slate top over it, extending, say, to about like this. And the centre part of it is a panel of tiles, painted, decorated tiles. Now, in order to support the tiles, I had to put a plywood piece inside here. And so I think I'm going to rebate the inside of these two rails here. And you won't see any of that, that'll be hidden. But that's all the woodwork that there is left to do there. And actually I could get on and do that, but I can't order the slate top because I don't know what the dimension for the internal cutout is going to be. So if I show you the drawing of the top, the outside overall dimension of the slate is 1200 by 450. Well, I don't need to alter that. I might actually make it slightly shorter. It depends really on the dimension of the slate when I get it cut. But the inside is says on this drawing 300 by 590. Well, it won't be that. I know that because here are the tiles. And there are 8 of those, and they're 6-inch tiles. Now, they always are. They're always 8, and they're always 6 inches, but the clay's different. So this clay is white earthenware clay, and in the past we've always done them in terracotta. So the terracotta shrinks a lot more than this does. So when we put them together, there's going to be a significant difference between a panel of 8 terracotta tiles and a panel of 8 white earthenware tiles. Now here's how I think it works. We made these, well, I made these by cutting them with a Perspex template, which I now can't see. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Oh, there it is. It's hiding inside the, here's the 6-inch template. You can see that there. And there's a 6-inch tile cutter. Now, if I just put that template inside the tile cutter like that, they're a match. They're the same size. Okay, so I'm just going to eject the Perspex, and I'm going to put one of these tiles inside here. So I did actually make some of these using this tile cutter, but as you can see, the tiles are actually slightly thicker than the capacity of the tile cutter. I wanted them to be fairly thick because the slate top is 1 inch thick, so the tiles have got to be quite substantial, otherwise I'm putting in too much adhesive underneath them. Okay, so I'll just bring that around to the camera and show you how much the tile has shrunk already. So there it is sitting snugly in there, and if I bring it down you can see how much it's already shrunk. Now these were made, what, 5-6 days ago, something like that I think, and probably a week ago. And it's winter here and the workshops aren't heated, so you know, they take a long time to dry out. They've got a bit more drying to do. They're at leather hard stage now, but so I can sort of, if they were cupping up like that, I could sort of turn them over once. So they started off being this way up, I can tell, because they've got talcum powder on the surface, and I actually tried first of all to cut them with the tile cutter. That it wouldn't go all the way through the tiles, so I had to revert to cutting them with a knife and a 6-inch template, actually, which is 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Doesn't make any difference. As long as they all come out the same, that's the important thing. So it's the same batch of clay-ish, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And they've been made with the same template, and they're being dried in the same way at the same time. So, you know, they should all end up being the same size. Now, when these are a little bit drier, that's when Charlotte will paint them, and then we will fire them in the bisque firing. So we'll load them in on the kiln shelves and fire them very slowly up to 1000 degrees Celsius. And then we'll take them out of the kiln and apply the glaze over the decoration of and the biscuit ware, and we'll fire them again at 1100 degrees. And each time they go in the kiln, they're going to shrink some more. And we've found with this clay that it actually shrinks a bit more in the glaze firing than it does in the biscuit firing. Quite why that should be, I don't know. I think I'm right in saying that. There's a difference between the way in which the terracotta shrinks and the way in which this shrinks in terms of what it actually does inside the firings. It doesn't really matter. It's what you end up with that matters. So what we do know about this clay is it doesn't shrink nearly as much as the terracotta, and that's why we can't order the slate until we've actually finished the tiles and they come out of the glaze firing, because that's when we'll know how big a cutout we need in the slate top of the coffee table. Okay, that's where we are with them at the moment. Now, that's going to delay the proceedings a bit, because I can't really speed up the drying process here very much. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to make another set of tiles. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to do it in the next video, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the tiles and the way in which we make them, and what we use and how we dry them and how we prevent them from warping and so on. We've actually got several different ways of making them, and we do use machines to make tiles, but you don't have to. Whether you're making terracotta or earthenware tiles, you don't need machinery to do it. You need a rolling pin, and you need some wooden guides, and I'll show you that. It's something that you can do without investing heavily in equipment. The only reason we've got all this stuff is because we make quite a lot of tiles. But at the moment we're very quiet, and like everybody apparently, so you know, don't know what's going on. Whatever it is, it's odd, because this would normally be quite a busy time of the year for us, and I'm talking to you in September, October, and but we're really doing very little. So there we are. I'm going to do another set of these in the next video, and you might find that interesting, but one way or another, I know some people will want to see that, others may not. Like and subscribe, please, because it puts the videos out there a little bit more, and it's important to pass on skills. You know, it's very important that people who want to know stuff should have the information available to them. And there isn't anything about pottery really that you can't do. There are lots of different things that you can do and lots of different ways in which you can do it, and we're only here to spread the good news a bit, you know. So like and subscribe please, and if you want to see these being made again, join us in the next video. And if you want to know more about tile making generally, look up our channel, and there are at least 30 videos on making pottery in there, and there might be something in there for you. I hope so. Join us again, and thank you for listening.